books written on it. I mean, the whole story's long, obviously. In prison, I've had them try it with me. How does somebody get up in the morning and say, I'm going to go frame Alex Jones or Larry Pinckney? I mean, I almost feel sorry for those people. And it's not because I'm goody two-shoes. It's because I'm God-fearing.
Well, I think it is, number one, Alex, because you're human. We need to understand that these people have lost their humanity. I want to say that again. These people have lost their humanity. And what this insidious piece of manure government, corporate government that we have and have had for some decades now does, what they do is they play on human frailties, human weaknesses. They will play on you, your family, your friends, your associates, and that's how they do it. That's how they turn people. They turn them. I don't think people generally are bad or evil. I think people are turned, and they're turned. That's what COINTELPRO, the counterintelligence program, was and continues to be all about. Unless, of course, we're talking about somebody like Barack Obama, who was groomed by the CIA long before he became a presidential candidate. But I'm talking about the everyday, ordinary black, white, brown, red, or yellow person.
Sure, isn't Obama, though, because Bush could hardly read off a teleprompter. I mean, Obama really is, or Barry Soetoro, whoever he really is, he is the candidate 2.0 because he's slick, he can read off a teleprompter, he's got a nice voice, you know, he's handsome, and it's all fake, but he can project and act like he's got a soul. You wonder, who is that guy? Because with a Richard Nixon or somebody, the evil, or a Bush, the evil shines through. And now as Obama loses, I guess, the narcissistic support he had, he acts a little more evil and stuff. But, I mean, take Mitt Romney. He comes off on the surface as charming, but he's incredibly evil. I mean, these guys are the candidate 2.0.
Yes, yes. And the fact of the matter is that whether we're talking about Obama or Romney or any other puppet that they put up there, because that's what they are. They're nothing more than puppets. You know, we have to understand that they are put there to project an image. Look, I don't give a damn. The people don't give a damn about an image. We give a damn about the reality, about trying to live, about trying to pay our rent, our mortgages, about trying to buy our food, about trying to take care of our children and give them a decent education, about trying to live in a secure environment that's human, not some kind of mechanoid machine environment. And that's what they're trying to bring us. When I say they, I'm talking about the Democrats and the Republicans. And it's time for the people, we the people, all power to the people, take it back. Take it back. We've got to do that. You know, and that's what I say. And Alex, I'm going to say this to you. I'm going to say it to you publicly. My brother, beware. But don't ever give up. Beware. You know, I always say to my sisters and brothers, my friends and close political quote-unquote comrades, and comrades is not a communist term, by the way. Comrades just means someone that you are close to, you respect. You know, police have comrades. They call each other comrades.
No, I understand. Anytime something bad uses a word, then the word's taken away forever, yeah.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
So I just want to say to you and to anyone out there who's watching this, keep strong. Watch your back. That's what I always say to my brothers and sisters, my sisters and brothers. Watch your back, but keep going. Don't let these suckers make you paranoid, because that's what they want to do.
Oh no, I mean, I'm sure I'm beyond that. It freaks me out at a spiritual level to just realize that there really are this many evil people, or people they can buy for money, because a lot of people that serve the system do it out of fear. Like we've reached a crisis level now where it turns out the IRS is handing out all these fake tax ID numbers that they then merge with real people's Social Security numbers. And the IRS agents have finally blown the whistle and said, we're told once somebody's had their number stolen, we're just going to go ahead and charge the real person because we know they're not criminals and in the system, and we're going to destroy their life and take their house and bank account. And that finally is so evil that the IRS agents are blowing the whistle. But it's like, what type of government comes up with that, where they give out fake numbers that can then be attached to real people? I mean, what type of government gets together, we now learned 12 years ago, Bloomberg reported, to get the death benefits of dead troops, to steal it from their widows. I mean, it's you. I mean, the more I study evil, it's just like, what? It's just, I mean.
Alex, the type of government, to answer your question, that does this is a repressive, anti-people government. It's a government that only wants to maintain power. They don't give a damn about serving the people. They're not public servants. They serve themselves. They serve themselves on huge platters, and they talk a lot of baloney, a lot of nonsense, a lot of unmitigated DS, if I may say that on your show, okay, that really is about serving and helping themselves. And they will do anything, and I repeat, anything to maintain their power and their position and their prestige. And they'll use it, they'll use anybody, anyway, anyhow.
Well, let me raise this to you then. Studying history and philosophy and all the areas, you know, that you've delved into, where do you see it in the scheme of things going? Because I see power elites who go power mad and just have to exercise the power because they got it, and they end up blowing holes in their own, you know, boat's bottom. And I see them admittedly getting ready for martial law and takeovers, and now admitting everything we've talked about. Now it's out in the open. I've become kind of made, you know, passé by the fact that this is so out in the open. Where do you see this craziness going, where they're just robbing and stealing and I mean, don't they know that elites have done this before, and actually that they're the biggest threat to themselves? Yes,
they do know that. They do know that. But they are what I call insatiably greedy. I mean, it's like a person who has a disease where the more you eat, the more you have to eat. These people are pathological. They are pathological. They are sick. And of course they know that. They do know that. Look at what they're doing to Mother Earth, to the planet. They're wiping it out. Do they care? Well, on one hand, they say they do, but look at what their actions demonstrate. Their actions demonstrate that they don't give a damn. Why? Because it's more money, money, money. I'm going to make millions, billions, trillions. Okay? So we have to understand that, but and I said understand, not accept. We don't have to accept it. We never accept it. But we have to understand that that's where these Robotrons, you know, are coming from. They are sick, pathological.
No, you're right. The so-called elite themselves, because I've been around them and read their writings, been at some parties and run into like pretty high-level people, they are the most empty, robotic. I mean, they are androids, and they know we're concerned about all the problems in the earth: GMO, toxic waste, deforestation, overfishing, played-out soils. Their answer is use all our concern as a power grab to tax carbon dioxide plants breathe, make it all about that to give them money, to double our power prices, and then ignore all the real stuff they're doing. And I'm like, what are you going to do with all this money and power? Don't you even care about your grandchildren, lunatics?
No, they don't. When it really gets down to it, they don't. And if they don't care about their grandchildren, what the hell do you think they care about us?
Well, people, in fact, I always say they don't care about us, and then I catch myself. No, they do care. They enjoy hurting people. And coming to that realization, but do you think there's any hope in being able to reach the children of the elite? I mean, is there any way through the system to get them to pull back?
Absolutely, there's hope in being able to reach the children of the elite. Some, and I emphasize some. Let me be clear about that. Not all by any stretch of the imagination, but some. There is hope, because what we have to continually appeal to is their humanity. We have to continually appeal to their principles. We have to, albeit they may not have been instilled with much principles or many principles, but they do have some humanity, at least some of them. And yes, we can. And whether it's the children of the elite or not, frankly, the people that I'm more concerned about, whether it's beyond the children of the elite, are the everyday people. It's like a pyramid. We are on the bottom of this damn pyramid, and we are billions and billions of people, and we are the ones who have to move. And when we move, that point at the top of that pyramid is going to tip over. But we have to do it collectively.
No, listen, I totally agree. I spend all my time trying to reach out to the grassroots. The establishment tells us we don't have power because we have all the power. My issue is I just study history, common sense. I see what the technocrats are doing. I mean, they're really the alpha maggots. They're like cancer, programmed to take it all, as Max Kaiser says. I'm just trying to say, do you have any sanity? Do you think you're going to escape the technocracy you're building? So my question was, I mean, to you is, I don't spend any time really trying to reach out to the establishment, but lately I've been thinking, should we spend some time trying to do that? Because they act like we're not even here. They write their white papers admitting they're putting cancer viruses in the vaccines and just communicate how they're killing us in all these public papers. And I'm here reading them. I'm going, you know, I'm reading this, and I'm reading how you're setting up world government, how you plan to kill everybody. Hey, you think that's really good? And they just keep ignoring us. I mean, I guess the only way you get their attention is because, I mean, I'm a guy who is for not offensive violence. It's not like I follow Gandhi or, Martin Luther King, because I will, if I'm attacked, I will defend myself. But I'm not offensively looking for trouble. But right. Other than that, is there anything other than violence that gets these people's attention?
I don't know. I think that beyond violence, I can say this, that when we become organized collectively, that gets their attention, and they're going to do everything they can to try to neutralize, words from COINTELPRO, quote unquote, neutralize us being organized. Make those, get those niggas, get those crackers, get those spicks, get those whatever, you dig? Keep them disorganized, and they'll do it any way they can, through their corporate stream media, through their corporate government propaganda. That's what they do, but once the people bump hip to that, become aware of that, become cognizant of that, hey, their little time becomes limited, and therein lies my hope. Because I think more and more and more people are becoming cognizant of it, and you're not going to see it on PBS or Fox News or NBC or ABC or NPR. No, they're not going to do that, because basically when it comes down to it, fundamentally, they're all the same. But we're going to see it on programs like this, where you and I and others are talking
Human
directly.
beings are face-to-face, getting past all the labels, all the walls, all the garbage, getting real. But expanding on that, you watch Fox News, it's basically be scared of the black people. And then, but you watch, but what I've learned is the real hardcore racist are the so-called liberals. When you watch MSNBC, they are drooling with nothing but race warfare, endless garbage, fight with each other, spewing it in all directions. And you can tell, I've talked to some of them off record too, they know exactly what they're doing. And they're just hardcore operatives. I mean, what's your view of MSNBC? I mean, I watch it, it's sick.
Well, you just summed up my view of MSNBC. It is sick. It is a part of the power paradigm. It is a part of the power elite maintaining that phony, fake, fraudulent left-right paradigm. MSNBC, please. Please.
Well, they're also financed by all the big weapons makers, but then they're dancing around, and then they're praising all these wars. I mean, look at Obama, the Peace Prize winner. They intended the whole time to make war as peace, 1984. Your view on that?
Well, he was a Peace Prize winner, but what people didn't understand was they spelled peace a different way. You see, you and I spell peace P-E-A-C-E, but they spell peace P-I-E-C-E. You dig? And so he's a Peace Prize winner, all right, that predator drone, warmongering, NDAA signing, blood-curdling, let me just stop right there. The bottom line is, so whether it's Romney or Obama, but Obama has actually demonstrated what he's about. And what he's about is subterfuge, war, and repression. And it's time for us to wake up to that. I don't care about his color.